You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly, real name, Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as the R&B King. In a shocking video that was captured by surveillance cameras at a U.S. correction center, a guard by the name DeMaria Thomas is seen deliberately ask two inmates to walk into another inmate's cell and beat him up to near death. Watching this video makes me remember what happened to R. Kelly at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago, when he was also beaten by an inmate while the guards simply looked on. No one lifted a finger while the R&B King went through what was likely his worst moments in prison time. Well, if this is something that happens often, we can no longer be sure that our loved ones are safe while in the hands of the prison officers who can adamantly let such a gruesome thing happen. It also makes me wonder why the surveillance for the attack on R. Kelly was kept private. Perhaps his was even uglier than this one. In this video, a prison guard by the name DeMaria Thomas is seen talking to two mugged inmates, and ordering them to walk to another inmate's cell and give him the beating of his life. As they approach the cell, she presses a button to open the cell door, granting them uninterrupted access. The two then ambush the inmate and beat him up severely in a gruesome clip we do not intend to publish on this channel. Some other inmates who hear the scuffle and try to rush down to help are commanded to stand down by DeMaria, and by the time the job is finished, the battered inmate had a concussion and had sustained a severely broken jaw among other severe injuries. The shameless guard is then seen walk to the inmate's cell, which she simply locks up without opting to offer any sort of medical help to the battered inmate. Not until 2 days later, when another guard took over, was the battered inmate discovered lying helpless in the prison cell, almost losing his life in the hands of an officer who primarily was supposed to protect him. Well, this is not R. Kelly being beaten in the video, but from this footage, it's possible to imagine what could have gone wrong and led to an attack on him by an inmate who was not restrained in any way by the prison guards. We cannot be sure what exactly happened at the Chicago Correction Center that led to this, but what we know for sure is that just like this video plays out, no one came to his rescue during the attack. How the attacker got access to his cell is still a mystery, but watching this gives us what looks like an explanation of how events could have unfolded. If prison guards like DeMaria Thomas can choose to deny a prisoner who is already serving his time the basic minimum of his rights, and that is the right to protection, what on earth can we assume the government can do right? Perhaps nothing. After what was rather a surprising decision by the court to deny R. Kelly his right to bail before his trial begun, he goes to prison, and his right to protection is also duly taken away. And someone expects citizens like him to take pride in identifying as Americans wherever they go. It's a hard one indeed. It is said that DeMaria Thomas eventually pleaded guilty, after returning from 2 vacations that she was allowed to take by the same court that denied R. Kelly bail. But concerned citizens believe that her case is not isolated. They believe there are many such incidents that occur, and the videos are simply never released to the public domain as seen with R. Kelly's. There is simply no way to believe that someone could have entered R. Kelly's cell without a free access as seen in the video, and beaten R. Kelly so hard yet left unnoticed by the guards for several minutes. It's just not possible that such a scuffle goes unnoticed by the guards. Maybe had R. Kelly not been the celebrity he is, we would never have known that this ever happened. It is sometimes hard to imagine that government officials in this nation can still act unlawfully, and with impunity like this evidence suggests. Who does this and gets away with it? And why should such a thing happen to an inmate and he still is denied bail? How much more reason is needed to secure bail than this? No wonder we still hear of situations where inmates don't make it. No one deserves to be treated like this man in the video, not for any reason. Even animals have rights that protect them from torture and any such degrading actions. The mother to the battered inmate was heard saying the family had heard of the matter, but graphically viewing the images was rather devastating. No one deserves to watch their child go through such traumatizing events, especially under the watch of prison officials who work for the government and are paid taxpayers' money. What a shame. According to Matilda, we need to stop this injustice on our own citizens. Everyone, black or white, female or male, young and old deserves to be treated with utmost respect that every human being deserves. Any such acts of negligence or misconduct by government representatives need to be duly punished by law. In this particular case in the video footage, the culprit was eventually tried and convicted. In R. Kelly's case, until today, we do not know the real truth of what truly happened. It was treated like another simple fight in prison, but we do not take the event lightly. We believe that there should be a certain level of accountability made for this incident after a deeper inquiry into what exactly transpired on that fateful day. According Maryland, you cannot be breaking the law in the name of enforcing it. The good thing about this case is that the guard was brought to account, but what about all other cases we never get to hear of? What of R. Kelly's where no footage was even released? Whoever failed the release of the video probably knew well that if this came out, the conspiracy was going to debust it immediately. Very unfair actions indeed. According to Charles McKinley, he'll be home soon, R. Kelly, due to the fact they had no real proof to prosecute him. These proceedings were strictly one-sided without question. They will have a huge lawsuit waiting for them once he's freed, and his lawyer is building a huge case to make them pay big from what they've put him through. Watching this surveillance video indeed gives an idea of what likely happened when R. Kelly was beaten. There is no way a prisoner can get battered to that extent and the guards simply look on. It must have been an ugly scene to look at. One wonders where our country is heading if such ugly scenes are still the order of the day in our prison system. Until such behavior is addressed, we cannot stand out proud of our system. According to Jeanette, we need to clean up our system if we want to protect the rights of all citizens, and this should be our priority. Flashing back on all the injustices that have been imposed on R. Kelly and many more victims of the system makes me wonder whether we are indeed the United States of America. You cannot have a system that will judge an individual based on their opinion of him and not the evidence against him. What R. Kelly was subjected to was an opinion court, nothing more. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.